Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Annalisa and I'm doing a deep dive kind of reading today. It's intended to go into a little bit of shadow work. I've got some new cards. They're the archetype cards by Caroline Miss. And they're basically looking at different archetypes that are showing up in our life. And an archetype is a representation of like a characterization that we see in the collective. We have a collective idea of what these are that's built up just from everyone's perceptions. And then we have a personal experience of what that archetype is, for example, the mother. So what we perceive a mother to be, or what the collective perceives a mother to be, and our own personal experience of a mother. And so each of these cards, there's like about 70 or 100, I don't know how many, loads of them, look at lots of different sort of characterizations that show up in our life that we embody, because we all embody all of them at some point. You know, we kind of touch into all these things. But we're going to be looking at specifically what's showing up for you right now. And I expect there to be both shadow aspects and positive aspects in each reading. So this is for those of you who are want to do some inner work, and we know Mercury's retrograde right now. It's the ideal time to really go in and really take time to understand and communicate with our inner world. So that's the intention. And then there's like some healing with that, and some healing from the crystal mandala by Lana Fairchild. And I'm going to be using the maybe Lenormand deck a little bit as well, I think, to kind of go more to where that particular archetype is showing up in your life, and get a bit more insight into it. So this is a new kind of reading. I'm just trying it out, and let's see how it goes. Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel, press the bell button to get notifications of my new videos, and you can do a like on the video if you like it, and drop me a comment. All those things really help circulate my videos and support me for my free readings. Or you can book a private reading with me below as well. Okay, so 4 groups. Group number 1, you've got this beautiful I think it's a quartz cluster. Can't really see it. It's very beautiful. Amethyst point. We've got some ruby, piece of raw ruby, and a piece of raw tumbled rose quartz as well. So quartz, amethyst, ruby, or rose quartz. See what feels good for you, and then follow the link below, and we're going to go into the readings. So group number 1, I shuffled these already, and they were a particular way up. Which way up were they? This way. I can't remember. This way. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Group number 1. So, first archetype we have the Exorcist. Okay, the Exorcist. This is about being able to purge and rid demons from yourself or others. This can be like negative aspects. So the light attribute for this is freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. And the shadow attribute is fear of facing your own demons. And you got this in reverse. So there is something coming up here which is about you struggling to really embrace and meet with the shadow aspect of yourself. Okay, so well done for making it this far to the video, because this is shadow work, and this is going to help you do that generally. Okay, so not being afraid to look at your shadow aspects, because what happens is when we are able to look at the parts of ourselves that we maybe don't want to look at, or that we don't like, or we're scared of acknowledging or looking into that part, what happens when we actually do see it, and we see, okay, I did this, or I did that, or, you know, like I made a mistake, or I didn't do the right thing, or I didn't say the best thing that I could have done. When we look at that and we look at where that is coming from and why we did it, it's like we free ourselves from it because we develop consciousness of it. So we can see it and we say, okay, I did that. We have to accept it. We might need to grieve a little bit because we might feel some shame or some guilt, whatever it is. But once you allow yourself to feel that, you're on the process of releasing that from you so that you don't do it again. Whereas when you don't look at those things, they keep coming up because it's like you're trying to keep down like a jack in the box or something, and it keeps popping up without you like wanting it to, because it's in your unconscious. So when we make these things conscious, you gain some control over it, and you can say, okay, I can see you, like Jack, I can see you bobbing around like this, and actually I don't want this in my life. And when you become that conscious, you can then choose actions maybe to amend for stuff you've done, or you choose, okay, I'm gonna move forward or move on from that and choose something different for myself or my environment. So there's that one that came up. Okay, next one, seeker. The seeker. Light attribute. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Shadow attribute. Inability to commit to a path once found. So you got that in the upright. So it's funny, there's almost like a dualistic nature of these. They kind of conflict with each other a little bit, because it's like fear of facing your own demons, but also thirst for the truth. So it's like, I think that you likely want to like either improve yourself or really be the best person you can be, or really grow and really maybe it's easier for you to find the truth in other places or in other situations rather than in yourself. And maybe actually when your desire to look for those experiences and gain understanding of those situations or other people, through that, it's like cathartic, because you're kind of exercising your own self, but maybe it's also avoidant of actually going in and doing your own examination. And it's likely that you will get mirrors in life of what you are holding inside. I mean, that happens for everyone, right? Anyway, and you may see those, and yeah, what I feel, I'm going to pull some extra cards on that. This may be generally, you can do that, but there may be some specific places where you're not facing your demons, okay? And that's just what this wants to bring up. Don Juan. Light attribute. Spotlights your positive, seductive qualities. Shadow attribute, using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. So you got this in the upright. So I feel like this is really important for you to acknowledge and take on, is that you have a really beautiful romantic side. And this is a really strong aspect of who you are. And to embrace that and acknowledge that and put that in the spotlight, really allow yourself to know and to feel that you're a wonderful romancer, and that is very appealing and very seductive, and a beautiful quality to have, especially when you share that in a really light way, which is what's going on here, which is what is being said to you right now, that you're sharing it in a really beautiful way. So hold on to that truth in yourself. And then we have healer. Light attributes passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. Shadow attributes taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. Let me show you the pictures. So you got this in the shadow. So taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. Yeah, there might be this, like, your cards kind of reflect this this ability to really be a very positive influence in the world around you, but maybe not giving yourself the time or the space to really go in and tend to yourself and look after your inner world. And this may be kind of what's going on generally for you. I want to get some of the Lenormand cards to see where exactly these are showing up in your life, maybe to help you. So let's look at the Exorcist. Okay, we've got, yeah, this is about seeing. Seeing fun, seeing the playfulness. This could be to do with actually seeing the positive and benefits, the positives and benefits. Okay, and with romance too. So yeah, seeing playfulness. There's something to do with playfulness. Okay, playfulness in romance. Okay, so there's like another dualistic thing here where you are very positive romantically, and able to share that, but there are some other demons around your romantic life and maybe your playful nature that you're not willing to face. So I feel like there's something else here that's going on in your romantic life. This could be to do with, for example, commitment, or to do with like this desire to rescue or to be rescued as well that comes up with the healer. It's like the wanting to like help others and focus on others, and like using that a little bit to maybe you're like attracted to people who need help or need healing, and rather than really taking the reflection of that, you know, it's really common for people who are healers or who are empaths empaths to actually like realize their desire to heal. It's like their desire to help just can go into this negative space where you know, you're trying to you want to fix people, or you want to make everyone happy, or you want to just fix the world, or whatever it is. You just want to like spread that kind of that love and that happiness, and you really want to like do good, and that can get you into trouble because yeah, you're not necessarily always doing it from maybe you're not aware the intention from which you're doing it sometimes. That makes sense. Let me have a look at this healer shadow side. Endings, to do with endings. That's the coffin. Can be to do with death as well. Like a fear of death. This can be like, you know, even not necessarily a fear of actual dying. It could also be. It could be this like fascination with the macabre and the you know, the darker side of life, but also endings in general, that you may have a difficult time with goodbyes or letting things go, or saying no. But that's about boundary setting and learning when you need to stop worrying too much about how other people feel or what other people are going to think of you, and really learn how to take care of yourself. Yeah, wanting to hold on to things. Yeah, this is the coffin and the bear. This is about not being able to, or the bear is all about possession and ownership. And so it's about not being able to let go, or like the end of ownership, like wanting to hold on to things for too long. Let's look at some of your positive things as well. So the Don Don Juan. I don't actually know the story of Don Juan. You might have to look that up yourself. But I think he was just a bit of a romancer, wasn't he? And I'm sure lots of people enjoyed that. So let's see how that's showing up in your life. Yeah, virtue. This is the card of virtue. So it's like you're very okay. Yeah, you just want to please people, and you don't want to, like, endings are troubled. And yeah, it's like, sometimes you might feel like you're not sure what the best action is. So we've got virtue with the clouds, which is about things being cloudy. And you may struggle to know what always is the best choice, but you're always striving to make the best choice and the virtuous choice. And the seeker, let's see what comes up with the seeker. We have got the corn and the safe. This can be about revealing things, opening things. You see the safe is open and the contents are spilling out. And the sheath is like, there's the corn, and there's also the, it's like the knife that's cutting the corn. And so it's like, I feel like this is like cutting things open, or cutting into like something that's blocked, like something that's really sealed or hard to see into. It's like slicing it open and revealing it. That's like this truth is spilling out. So it's another one of your strong virtues, as you're able to do that. Let's look at the crystal mandala. Okay, so first of all, her eye ever open, Goddess Tara and Tibetan quartz. This is all about protection. So this is saying that you are protected. So you may feel like with this kind of fear of going into yourself, or this like death fear, that that you are being looked after by spirit. This is what this is all about. It's like her eye ever open, like the universe is watching you and taking care of you and protecting you. So it's going to help you on your path. Whatever you need to do, wherever you need to go, it's there, okay? The universe is supporting you and protecting you. Goodwill. Okay, you have the capacity to really share your goodwill with others. So this relates like to the Don Juan card, like this ability to support others, inspire others, to lift them up, to recognize their good qualities, and to see the best in people. It's like you probably are very good at complimenting people, thanking people, making a real point. You know, you might be really good at, I don't know, remembering birthdays and that kind of thing. Like you're just considerate, very considerate of others, and it's because you've got so it's like on one side you've got a really strong confidence in yourself, but also maybe this fear of that there's a bad part of you. And it's really important for you to, face that part of yourself, because it's just a shadow that can be learnt from. I hope that's enough detail. Just comment below if you need more help. Okay, meaningful sacrifice. This is Jesus and Rosophia. This is about the need to this is about the letting things go. And that when we become aware that when we release things from our life, we're allowing something else to come in. And when something is not serving us, like when we're holding on, like this possession card with the coffin, it's like holding on to things after they've ended. You know, it's like, I don't know, it's like there's like an empty ice cream tub and you're trying to like eat the cardboard because there's nothing left. It's like you're still going, like there might be more, but it's like acknowledging those things have ended, and that with letting things go, with releasing things, something else can come in, and things end when they're not serving our highest purpose anymore. So when we really need something, it's always coming to us, right? It's like this call. We're kind of calling out. Our soul is calling out to the universe when we need something, and it's coming to us. But if we're trying to hold on to old ways or thought patterns or habits, whatever it is, we're not able to see clearly what it is that is really supporting us, and what is helping us move into a new space and and grow onto a new level. And then already there is value. Okay, that's interesting, because this card is also about, I feel like this is a really positive part of you, because because you're able to hold on to the past and look into that, you're able to really gain wisdom from what has been. It's like you have a good sense of reflection, and you're able to really sit with it and kind of really get the juice out of everything, right? You get every drop from the ice cream tub, because this is like your seeker kind of light attribute, that you really go to the depths. You know, you take things all the way. You're like a fully commit, like in that sense, it's a full commitment. You're absolutely fully committed in this understanding, or this depth of finding the truth. So there's some different things. Okay, I hope this is making sense to you, because for me, I'm like, well, these seem to be like conflicting with one another a little bit, but I hope it makes sense to you what the cards are trying to say, or what the message is. Yeah, I think it's like I feel like, you know, this is a really like balanced spread. It's like in some ways, you know, there's some in some situations, and sometimes the shadow comes up, and then in sometimes you're really like in your light, and accepting that both of those are part of you and part of humans. That's okay. Like allowing. You don't have to be a perfectionist about, you know, who you are and getting everything right all the time. Like, allow yourself to mess up and get things wrong, and yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there because I think I'll get myself in more tangles if I go deeper without a conversation with someone. So if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment below if you want to question anything or bring it up, and I'm happy to have a conversation with you. And otherwise, thank you for tuning in. Okay, group number 2. Now, this was this way up, I think. Or was it the other way up? It was this way up. Okay, cards coming out for you are the addict in the upright. This is help you recognize and confront addictive behavior. You also have the judge upright, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. Don't know if it's a bit out of focus when I do that. Maybe it's too close. And then you have the monk and nun in reverse. This is negative judgment of the physical world and excess piety. And here we go. That's the card. And the child orphan. This is one of the the child is one of the major archetypes that we deal with in our life. Again, shadow attribute, a feeling of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Okay. So basically, what this feels like is you have this really great perception of the world. Like, you're really able to see where there's kind of these patterns. So these like patterns of behavior with the addict, you're able to recognize them and to challenge them. and you're aware of when you're in a cycle and when things are going round and round. You probably pick that up quite quickly, and you're not afraid to say, okay, I need to cut this off. You might be quite good at cutting things off. See, group number one, they had a real struggle with like ending things, whereas you might be quite quick and quite good. You just kind of, okay, this needs to end, I'll let it go. And so you have this ability to recognize. I should say also that even though addict, it sounds like a bad thing. This is actually, all these archetypes have shadow and light sides, and when we're able to fully see them, we can use this these qualities for the light and for the good. So with an addict, the light side is ability to recognize and overcome addictions. And yeah, you may be a person who doesn't get addicted and who can take up smoking and give it up quite easily. It's not an issue for you, but you're able to kind of work through those patterns. And then the judge. So this kind of feels similar as well. It's like this, you've got this real logical side of you where you're very, you have a real clear perception, and you're able to like have a distance from a situation or from yourself and really see clearly what's going on, and really recognize and witness that. But I feel like at the same time, you you may sometimes struggle to actually take action on doing it. So you may be able to sit back and see what's going on, but to actually, I'm aware that I'm smoking and I shouldn't be doing it, and it's not not good for my body or the environment, whatever. But the actual crux of letting it go might come tricky for you sometimes. And yeah, because there is a fear of abandonment. So I want to get some of the Lenormand cards to see where this is kind of showing up in your life. Yeah, you may like partying, drinking, drugs, just like, this is like revelry. So you may really enjoy like this kind of social side of things. But this can like cause you loss. Could be loss of money, could especially be heartbreak, or romance. Maybe that you kind of get carried away in things and then end up confused or feeling sad about things because you're you might have lost a lover or lost, you may even be in bereavement or grieving someone. It's like the loss of, you may use kind of addiction to overcome things. But you have got this ability to unlock and really see what's going on. Get a bit more about the monk, nun. What's this about? Got the bear, which is about possession. And cloudy, yeah. Cloudy virtues. You may have very high standards and really expect a lot of people, and if you don't get exactly what you want, then you just kind of cut them loose. Or you kind of stay in murky situations or murky virtues because you want to hold on to something. I don't know if that's relevant. That's just what's coming up here. Yeah, especially, and I think this causes you, like, you can almost get like stuck in a journey, or you like go into a journey which causes you to get flustered and upset, and it's like you can't really tell what's going on. You may literally be worried about travel at the moment, or about distance, and about conflict. You may be like avoiding some conflict because you get scared of being rejected. And you may allow your morals to become cloudy if you want to hold on to something too tightly. Because it's like this fear of letting things go. You might be like cut, like sometimes you very quickly just going to cut things, or you hold on longer than you're meant to. You might kind of flip-flop between those two places. Let's see what the crystal mandala. Revelation. This could be like right now there's some truths that are going to be coming out for you. Like you're going to be becoming aware of something. I feel like this is a specific event, something that's actually going to kind of come into the open. Yeah, the park. This is all about being open and public. Something's going to come out. I feel like some secret or some uncertainty is going to be opened up and made clear to you. Particularly to do with isolation or feeling lonely. So this could be to do with this can obviously be to do with being quarantined or being separated. This is like, you know, two opposites, isolation and the public open space, the park. So there's something that's going to be revealed to do with that, whatever that is. Purification. Okay, so really important for you to clear your energy, cord cutting, prayers, moving your body, sweating, you know, so move so much that you sweat, and this will shift the energy in your body. I'm feeling prayers really important, just connecting to your divinity, to your light, and allowing that to come in and help heal you. And then releasing things from your life that don't serve you. So it shall be. I feel like there's a specific message here. Some truth's going to be out. Like, purify and clear yourself, because there's going to be some kind of commitment, some kind of... I feel like this is like some kind of offer. This is my engagement card. So you may or may not be in an engagement or just a relationship opening up or something, something coming through. Okay. Yeah, look, got the engagement ring. And the anchor is about being bonding, about joining, you know, grounding into something. But then we also have the quarrel. So a revelation about some kind of disagreement about a commitment or a relationship. And I feel like there's going to be really positive news regarding that. And divine perfection. Remember that you are perfect as you are. Everything is as it's meant to be. You don't need to change the past. You don't need to worry about the future. Just be present with what is here now, and trust and know that you are a beautiful divine soul, and you're exactly where you're meant to be. Let go of everything else, and just trust and know in yourself. Go into this prayer or meditation and just take time to cleanse yourself, and everything's gonna come out and be revealed to you. I hope that made sense to you. I'm feeling like I'm kind of channeling without fully knowing what I'm saying right now. So let me know in the comments below. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, group number 3. If you haven't already given me a thumbs up, please do. And check in with me if you want a private reading, and subscribe to my channel if you like my readings. Okay, we're going to look into some archetypes for you. And there's going to be some shadow and some light, and we're going to look at both aspects. Okay, there's some shadow stuff and there's some light stuff here as well. Okay, so know that you have the capacity for both, and this is all about becoming conscious and aware of what's going on inside us, and so that we can work with them and use them to our benefit. Okay, so for you we have positive aspects. We've got the artist. There we go. expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. So that's beautiful, right? You're able to kind of capture things or show people, like a doorway or a gateway into another world or another way of being or another way of understanding, and to apply those metaphors to their own life and to their own experience. You're able to kind of capture something from the unseen and bring it into the tangible, physical world, and that's a really beautiful and a creative gift. And we have Avenger in the upright. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. So you're likely someone who really stands up for what they believe in, and whether other people agree with that or not, because there's another card in this deck, which is the Judge, which has got similar things. It's, this about this fairness and this balance, but the Avenger is more of a lone wolf in the way that they do it. So they probably just act out of their own impulses, their own ideas of what they think is right or wrong, and brings that in. The shadow side of that is resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So be aware that you don't take it to the point of punishment or aggression or whatever. It's all about standing in a place of integrity without needing to kind of harm others, just raising awareness without kind of, that vindictive side, which can come out. But this is really cool. You're like one of the Avengers, basically. You've got these really powerful parts of yourself. And with the Artist, the shadow side is using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. So they're like possibilities of, kind of the grandiose kind of side. It's like the shadow side of, like maybe success or something like that, where you know that you have talent and you know that you're good at something, and so it's making sure that you have that humility with your amazing gift. Okay, you have amazing gift and amazing ability to stand up for what you believe in, and keeping those like heart-centered is really important. We have the Hermit. So this came up as a shadow side. We'll go there first. Withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. So this can be, I feel like you may be quite good at taking care of yourself. Like you're really good at knowing when you need space, when you need time, and just giving yourself that. And so sometimes you may not be giving others what they really need, and unable to kind of support them because you're kind of focused in on who you are. The light attribute of the Hermit is seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity, right? So these go hand in hand. Your ability to go inside and really be in you and really know you and stand up for what you believe in helps you to become a really powerful artist. But at the same time, you've got to be aware that you don't just kind of hide away in your hole and in your work and forget about how to connect and contribute on a human level, is what I feel. It's like you're able to be really strong with your art, but on a human level you might distance yourself, and so for you it's recognizing that the importance of your alone time, that's really serves you and serves your work or your way of being, because creativity can be a lifestyle, but you also need to be present with others and supporting others, to create harmonious relationships in your life, which everyone wants as well. Then we have Prostitute. Okay, before you get worried, like some of these sound like really negative, but there are light and shadow to all of them, because when you know the shadow side, you know the light side, and when you know the light side, you can know the shadow side, and you can use both to like you master both parts of yourself, all parts of yourself, and that allows you to really be a full and deep human who's really full of integrity. So this did come up in reverse. So the shadow attribute for a prostitute places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. So this is where you start relying on other people, or for example your art, or like the external world, in order to validate you. So this is about you needing to really look inside and know your value and your worth as a human. This may contribute to why you've got this Hermit in reverse, is that you are you maybe withdraw and just spend all the time in your art because you don't feel that good about yourself, and the compliments you get through your art, I'm saying art, this could just be your work, or I don't know what it is, whatever it is, the kind of compliments and praise that you get through that is like what keeps you going, rather than your own inner voice. So this is really about you developing that inner confidence and inner self-worth, so that you can expand and open up to people. So I noticed that all of these cards, the person is like an individual. It's like one person on their own. And so I feel like you may be craving or seeking connection, or others, or community, but you're like, it's like your own worst enemy in a way, because you kind of maybe keep away from people. It can, there's lots of reasons why that could be coming up for you. But yeah, let's pull some Lenormand cards. Why is this? Why are these coming up for group number 3? The fish. These are new cards. I can't remember this one. Okay, let me grab the book. It's right here. Okay. Just a sec. Which was this one? Abundance. Okay, this is to do with abundance, affluence, cash, water, fish. So okay, like, let's look at this, to do with money. So this is with this one, right? Because this is the light side. The light side of the prostitute accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. So able to do what needs to be done for survival, without letting it damage you. Still being able to hold your worth. This can be, for example, charging, just like charging money generally, right? Not necessarily for sex, but just charging money for your art, for example, and the ability to, what was I going to say? Yeah, it's like charging. You may struggle to charge for your art, but when you, or you may overcharge. This is where it can go into like the extremes. So, oh my gosh, I'm really like struggling to get everything together right now. It's like trusting that you charging money for your work is okay, and it doesn't impact on who you are as a person, like, or that you're not solely focused. It's this balance. You're not solely focused on the money, but it's like you're sorry, okay, I'll get there. Right, money can be a block to your connections, right? Your relationships. Money is a block to your relationships. Okay, thank you, Lenormand cards. They're so helpful. They make things really clear. So you may feel like either lack of money or an abundance of money separates you or distances you from other people. And or you may feel like it, or you may unconsciously use it as a separation. You may use the fact that I need to focus on my work, or I need to earn money, keeps you away from others and keeps you isolated. Okay, let's look at the crystal mandala for some help. Okay. We've got originality and individuality and original self. Original self is about coming back to your divine nature. So this is really important for you to spend time just remembering, coming back into your heart center and your purity and your light. So this can be connecting with angelic realms for healing and support, trusting that your divine self is supported, and that you are pure as well, because you may feel like the sense like you may even feel like you need to stay away from other people because you're not good enough to be with them, or they're not good enough to be with you. Can be both extremes. And so this is coming back to your really knowing you're spiritual, that you are a spiritual being, that you are beyond a physical person. Because so group number 2 are almost overly focused in the non-physical, whereas you may be overly focused in the physical. Or like your mind is. In like a, it's like a preoccupation, like you kind of keep going back into that space. Individuality is to remember that you're unique and you're different. This may be that you need to remember you don't have to be the same as other people. You don't need to compare yourself. This is coming through strong, okay? Don't compare yourself with other people. You are unique who you are, and your unique beauty, gifts, energy, the way you are, the way you show up in the world. This is your gift and your beauty. And to remember this is like really going inside and remembering I'm a spiritual being and I don't have to be the same as other people. I am who I am, and that is enough. I don't need to be more than who I am. I don't need to hide who I am. I'm allowed to just be me and show up for what is going on for me, and allow myself to be seen, allow myself to open up and experience the world. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, group number 3. I hope that was helpful. Please let me know below if that made sense. I'm sorry for all the flustering. Sometimes I just get like, what? It's like, I know, it's like the download can't quite like come out my mouth. Anyway, please give me a like if you did like that. Don't worry if not. And subscribe to my channel. You can press the bell button to get notifications, or you can book a private reading with me below. Okay. Group number 4. Thank you for being here. All right, let's have a look at what's coming up for you. So we're looking at your archetypes. There's shadow and light sides to both, and both are going to be playing with each other. Every group's been very unique and individual so far. So let's have a look. Child eternal, how beautiful. Light attributes: determination to remain young in body, mind and spirit. Ability to see things with the fresh eyes. This is such a beautiful energy for you to have. I love it. Group number 4. It's like you're just not afraid to play with life, to experience things, to take risks, to jump out there and just be free. You know, children are so inspiring because they just allow us to be open, and they remind us to just express. And so you really have this very, very beautiful, you can see the picture, these kids flying, it's really cute. You have this really beautiful ability to just enjoy life and to inspire others through the way you enjoy it. The shadow side is the inability to grow up and be responsible. Extreme dependency on others for physical security. So you have to be aware you don't go into that shadow side where you are don't want to take responsibility for your life, and yeah, you may constantly being asking other people for money or for help or for support, whatever that is. We'll get into that. Actually, that might come up in a little bit. It's like both sides of those are kind of playing up, but obviously the very strong side is your beautiful, shining, childlike energy, which is gorgeous. And then we have servant, light attribute. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. So you're really generous and you really give to other people, and you share that. And I feel that it's like you share this joy, you really share this abundance of just fun and playfulness and not need to take things too seriously. And that's a beautiful gift that you give, you give yourself and you give the world. The shadow side is using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. So this again is like the physical security. So it's kind of similar. You may really be in this child space where you just want to stay in that childlike playfulness and have fun, with that, and struggle to fully be a grown-up sometimes. You just want to enjoy life and have fun. I totally get that. I think this is me. So let's have a look. The scribe. So this came up as a shadow attribute, altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. The light attribute is preserving knowledge and information. So this can be twisting things a little bit. Okay, this can be consciously, or probably comes up unconsciously, right? Because it's the shadow side, they usually show up unconsciously, where you don't see things clearly, or you alter the meaning or the understanding of things. And so the light side is, I'm going to get some more information on that in a second, but this can be I feel like this is you almost, it's like with this childlike nature, it's like these making up stories in your head, not really knowing what the true story is or what the full picture is, and needing to be a little bit more grounded in like a truth. I feel like really, I think it's important for you to have really strong morals and to really take your time to understand things. I'm going to get some more on this in a sec. Okay, let's see what the last one is. Victim. This is the victim card. Shadow attributes. Playing the victim for positive feedback in the form of pity. Inability to maintain personal boundaries. And the light attribute is prevents you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. So you may kind of flip between these aspects, right? And this kind of goes with this childlike nature. So this kind of childlike playfulness can maybe bring you a lot of enjoyment and fun in life. But it's like almost, it can feed you because you allow others just to see that, and you kind of maybe almost make excuses for yourself because maybe you put yourself in that victim role, and it means that you are always receiving help and getting help from others, and again, inability to maintain personal boundaries. Yeah, this is about, knowing when things are not right for you. And this can go with the altering the facts and plagiarizing others' work. I feel like this can be almost twisting the story or allowing things to be misunderstood in order for you to be the victim. And this is about taking responsibility, really. So let's have a look at your angel card, your crystal cards first. Descending power. This is about really coming into your body, about getting grounded in your root chakra. I feel like this is really important for you, like developing. You probably have your root chakra or your sacral chakra or both are what's the word? Like, I want to say like unhealed, that they've got some damage to them that was maybe done in childhood. and it's like you don't maybe feel that sense of security in life in general, like you don't feel looked after or protected or supported or helped in some way. And so I feel like for you it's doing some work to really heal these places for you. There are various different ways. The ways that, I mean, one thing is becoming conscious of these things in yourself and taking the time to really look at them and heal them. But doing some like inner child work and orphan rescue. You can look up orphan rescue work. And I do that as well, actually, where if you have some kind of trigger or something that's particularly going on for you right now, we can journey to the time in your childhood where that went on, and to understand the situation and do some kind of healing work around that situation. So I feel important for you to look after your inner child. And sacred ecosystem. So this is about knowing how ourselves impact on others, and choosing to really make the choice and the effort to support one another. It's like you have the ability to heal others and to support others, and really when you take responsibility, I feel like your presence is so healing and so supportive and so nurturing that, you know, as you heal any victim mentality or inner child wounds, you have the capacity to heal others who have also had those experiences, which is like everyone basically who hasn't had some kind of childhood issue, you know. So you are able to really share and spread that love and that healing with other people. Especially look at this heart and throat chakra, through your communication and through your heart healing, right? Look after your heart, because you have this capacity to give and nurture and love other people. You really need to take care of your own heart and really love and nurture and support that. And then we have heavenly mercy. This is all about how your words and actions are like protected by spirit, because I feel like because you have this such divine quality about you, this child eternal is such a bright light, that spirit is kind of almost like buffers, like gives you some protection around what you do, so that if you do, like, this is all about having, when you have big energy, as your energy grows and expands, it's like heaven just gives you a little bit of softening around the edges, because just as your positive influence can be really strong, so can your perceived mistakes or miscommunications, whatever it is, they can also have a big impact. So it's about softening any kind of difficulties around that. I just want to get a few Lenormand cards to see where in your life this is really showing up, just to get a little bit more specific advice for you. So what's going on? Group number 4. Safe, open and shut. Okay. Something's being kept in and something's kind of almost opened out. Let's see what's shut in. Crossroads, options, how you're moving forward, which way you're going, what path you're going to take. Fun, reminding you to have fun. Choose the light path. I feel it's really serves you to keep remembering to choose to be joyful, to use humor, to use fun, to use play. They're really your gifts. And so to come out of your victim mentality, it's like, or ascribe, or if you feel like you've done something wrong, keep it light, just lighten things. You can lighten the atmosphere and lighten the mood, and that lifts your vibration and other people's as well. Possess, I think this card's come up for nearly every group. This is about possession, wanting to own things that are maybe far from you. Okay. So it's like maybe you feel like things are out of your reach. It's almost like, I'm a child, these things are out of my reach. This is like too far, too big, too much. You may struggle to believe you can hold on to something, especially in relationships. So you may be attracted to relationships that are out of your reach because you feel like such a child. It's like you want someone who's such an adult, that you feel like it's too far away. And let's get just 3 more. It's the advice for group number 4, please. Okay. Got knowledge, scythe. And letting things go. Okay. This isn't about knowing when to cut things out. So this is what we had, inability to maintain personal boundaries. So this is about you knowing that you need to cut things and let things go and let things break. And then you cut yourself out of that victim mentality. So when you hold on to a space of lack of boundaries, you don't step into your full power. So set your boundaries, okay? Thank you so much, group number 4. I hope that helped you. Please let me know below how that is relevant to your life, and I look forward to connecting with you another time. Thank you so much.